Hi, Desiree.
Hey Danielle, how are you?
Okay, trying to beat the heat.
It is hot in California, but actually it's hot everywhere in the country right now.
Oh, yeah, no doubt at all.
But we have political heat here, and we'll get to that in a minute.
So, um, what we were going to go over at the moment is talk about how to get your FFL03 because there are a lot of YouTube videos out there for men that have men on the videos talking about how to get your FFL03 and the benefits of it, which the FFL03 is actually a Curios and Relics federal firearms license.
So why would somebody want to tell the viewers why somebody would want to get an FFL03?
Okay, so having an FFL03, you can, which, like I said, it was a Curios license, basically. So Curios is like for being able to buy firearms that are 50 years older than the new ones. You don't want the new, you can't, we want the new ones, but with the FFL03, you can buy anything that's 50 years old. Okay. And so as an FFL03 and being able to buy those 50-year-old firearms, you are not held to the 10-day waiting period also. So you may still do the background checks, but you're not held to do the 10-day waiting period. So you can go buy your 50-year-old firearm and go home with it.
Do you still have to wait the 1 gun a month program, or do you have unlimited purchase power with that?
No, you do not have to. You will not have to do the 1 gun a month having the FFL. So nice. You can buy multiple. One guy in a video said that he had bought a case of Mosins and had it shipped to his home. So that's another advantage. You get it shipped to your house if you order online from other states. Not every store will ship to California because there's extra paperwork involved. But a lot of stores, which I had gathered a list, will ship to California because, California sucks. But
yeah, for firearms laws, it sure does. So explain to people that don't know, you explain the positives of why you would want to get an FFL03, but some people probably don't know about the 1 gun a month, about the 10-day waiting period, and that you can actually buy older firearms outside of having the FFL03, right?
Absolutely. And there's another benefit that it gives you is the fact that you can buy ammunition and have it shipped to your house also from other states. You cannot buy ammunition in state and have it shipped to your house. You can only get it out of state. Weird rule, California rule, but it does help.
Whereas normal citizens don't get that benefit.
No, they don't normally do. And that's the cool thing out of it, because it could actually help you avoid the background check for the ammunition too.
Not necessarily avoid it. You're going through a background check when you get the FFL.
Yeah, the FFL,
right?
Yeah, you already
just
been
not having to go through the background check every time you purchase, correct?
Every time you purchase ammunition, no, because you have your FFL03. So it's all you would have to do when you want to buy it, you have to submit a copy of your FFL03 to the seller.
And then they have to keep that on record.
Exactly. But the one mistake I made when I received my FFL03, I was exhausted, just got back from a trip, and I blitzed on the memory of what they said in the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Did not sign the original, because if you sign the original and the seller wants an actual wet signature on your FFL03, when you send it to them, then it's just not going to look right. So thing is, every time you have to do a wet signature, just make a copy. They'll accept that and then sign it and then send it over to them.
And what was the process? I mean, I understand the benefits and why regular citizens don't have those benefits. I don't understand why they don't have those benefits. I shouldn't say it that way. What I mean is I understand the appeal of getting the FFL03. What was the process like for you? How would a normal person, like say me, I'm just a regular Joe Blow, I want to go get my FFL03. What do I need to do? Who do I contact to do this?
Okay, so first of all, the one thing you should do, number one first, is get your COE, which is Certificate of Eligibility. You need to get that in order to get the FFL03. So you'll go to the CFARS website with cfars.gov, I believe it's called, and you fill out the information for your COE, and that they'll have like a fingerprinting paper that you can print out. Print that out. Go get your fingerprints done. The CFARS, the COE itself doesn't cost you anything, but the fees that you pay for your fingerprinting go toward the COE. So that's the one main thing you need to get first.
And
Now I had
CFARS
to
is
get
part of the DOJ, correct? CFARS is
yes,
part of
Department
the
of
DOJ.
Justice. Yeah.
And then the fingerprinting is what we call a live scan, where you either go to a live scan eligible place or you go to the sheriff's office, wherever, to get your live scan. And it's by usually appointment only, correct?
The live scan, no, is not, you know, because you can go actually to the postal services and do it there. I went to Postal Express to get my fingerprints done. I think it cost me like $70 or something like that. So
Okay.
you don't have to make an appointment. It's not like how you, when you do your CCWs, so you have to make an appointment for that through the police department or the sheriff department. But yeah, you just get that. And once it's done, it's all done electronically. It goes, shoots over to the DOJ. It could take anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks to get it back and get an approval. Believe me, I was on there every day checking.
And that's dependent, those are dependent on what you have in your background.
Yes.
The cleaner your background, the faster they come back.
Exactly. Right. So that's the first thing you need to get. Once you get that, then you go, let's see, what did I do? I think it's the CFARS again. And you put in that you want your FFL, or go to the DOJ website, California DOJ .gov, and you put in you want your FFL03. All the applications will pop up online. You fill it all out, the full application, print it out first, fill it out. You attach your COE to it, and you get that, and your birth certificate. I believe you have to put a copy of your birth certificate in with that. And let's see, I think you upload also your picture of your driver's license.
Okay.
So you send that over to the DOJ, the original copy, and then you make a copy, another original copy, and you ship it over to your chief officer of your county or your area where you are, which ours was Sheriff Chad Bianco. So I had to put that together in a separate envelope. I didn't have to put the extra stuff that the DOJ requested. I just put my COE and my application, and then you put a little letter in there, hey, this is what I'm doing for, you know, you can put the letter, you don't have to, but it's just like an introduction for you.
Right.
So you put that in there and you send it over to your sheriff, the sheriff's or the chief police officer, whoever it is, law enforcement, will just really not do anything with it. They'll just store it away in a file. So it's not up to them to make the choice. It's up to the DOJ to make the choice to give you that FFL03.
But you have to be, it's basically a registration with the county like you would a CCW.
Right. It's just so they know that what you're doing, what you're, you know, you're deciding to do, and they have that on record, you know. So that, but that's basically what they do. Once and then $30 for your FFL03. Okay. A lot of people are misconcepting that just because it's an FFL, you have to pay a lot to get it. Certain ones, yes, you know, like explosives and stuff like that. Yeah, you could be spending over 3,000 or more for that. But as for the FFL03, it's only $30. So that's the cool part of it.
And that's probably the most common one that regular citizens that are non firearm stores get, right?
Yes, absolutely. And you know, it's pretty cool. I was excited when it finally came, and it came in a little excuse me, that's a check. Manila open envelope like this, you know. It's upside down. Yeah. See? I came in an envelope just like that, and I got a little book like this, you know.
Nice.
It's like a record, but I mean it's recommended that if you get one, which I don't have up here, but in the other house I do. There's a book that you can order on Amazon to write down all your collection and everything, and it's specifically for a carry-on collector's license holder, and you can get that real cheap. I think it was like $12 or something.
And that's in case you get audited, correct?
Right. Which I hope I never do, but you know, they do say they do at least come once a month. So I mean, there's a couple of things they didn't send me that I actually have to go, and a couple of I have to call them to get. So I will set these things aside, and I'll just show you what I did get. They gave me another form to, if I decide I want to amend my FFL, it's an amend form.
That's if you want to change your address or any personal information,
Yeah,
correct?
or if I want to add somebody to it, you know.
Okay.
And it's a little letter that they send out to every FFL03, and statement of what's prohibited, authorized, required, reminders. It's also signed by the current assistant director of the ATF, which is John P. Malone. I actually never heard of him. And then also you get this cool book here. See? It says firearms, curios, and relics list. It has the actual list of what you can buy as curios, and so there's some pretty cool ones in here that I'd probably really like to get. It even says ammo and stuff, but you know, you could still buy 9mm, because 50 years ago they shot with 9mm, and it doesn't say it in here, but
right, we
did. So it's pretty cool, and it also has some regulations in there to read up on and everything. This is, hold on, where is it? Yeah, so this is I'm going to cover this part. This is my certificate of eligibility. That's what that looks like. And then where is it? Covered mine. And this is what an FFL03 looks like. You'll get that in the mail. Has a little card on the bottom for you. You can print. You can print and cut that out, and then I laminated mine.
Yeah.
The front and back page.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So from start to finish, when you decided, hey, I'm going to do this, until when you got everything complete, how long did that take you?
Okay, so I have a pretty clean background.
Yeah,
and I had already got my COE prior to this, and to be able to become a DOJ instructor. Mm-hmm. And so I already had all that. They already had my information, really. So I think that in general, for me, it took probably 2 months really to get it at the most, because I also had to get a new copy because I signed the original. That's give me a second, I'll get to that. But yeah, about 2 months really. So it's not that long. It's really not. It's really cool that it went through so quickly for me. Some
Yeah.
people it could take longer. Who knows if they have something in the background. Um, so yeah, I signed the original. And I kept reading and reading and reading up, and I found out I could request a copy of the original from the ATF. So I found out you have to actually write a letter of request to them. So I did that, and you have to send a check for $1 for that, which is funny because I was like, $1. He says, yeah, $1. I'm like, oh boy.
That's
And
funny.
yeah, it's funny, but yeah, so after I sent it another 2 weeks, I got it. I got my copy. So now that's kept. That's the one I just showed you, I believe, or is that the one I signed? Oh, that's the one I signed. So that's a copy of the one I signed. But I have the other one in there. But yeah,
It
don't
happens.
sign it when you get it, people.
It happens. It happens. I mean, and that's a simple mistake,
Well,
I'm sure.
I wonder if they really got a kick out of my checks though, because my checks have various pictures of firearms on it. And you know how you can put a little message on it, like,
Hmm.
you know, little saying
Memo.
quotes or something on it on your
Yeah.
checks.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
mean permanently on there.
Yeah, mine mine says I'm your Huckleberry.
Oh, I love it.
So
That's definitely you.
yeah, so I'm wondering if they got a kick out of that, if they read that or not. And I was like, should I just, in the beginning, I was thinking to myself, because there's firearms on it, and like rifles and stuff, like AR-15s and stuff.
Hmm.
And at first I thought, maybe I shouldn't write this on my checks and just do a money order.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure it's fine.
I decided to send them as a check anyway. So yeah, it's cool.
That is cool.
So
That is
it's,
cool.
yeah, it's
And that's
funny
just
stuff.
one more thing on the bucket list that you got checked off.
Checked off. So I actually thought about getting my dealer's license, but that's more invasive, I
Yeah,
think.
it is. It is. It's
So
very much invasive.
yeah, so this one was a safe one for me to get right now, especially with all the laws that we're facing here in California.
Yeah.
Um, believe me, if I could move out of Commie, California, I would. But I have too many personal issues that I have to deal with here. So
Yeah. I mean,
before
if
I
we all
can,
leave, then no one's here to stand and fight. So,
exactly. So that's another thing. And you know, being a DOJ instructor, you being an NRA DOJ instructor also, we're able to try to train as many people as possible, women especially, to be able to shoot firearms and to carry a firearm and protect themselves and be more 2A advocates out there for us to, fight these stupid laws. um,
yeah, I agree.
you know, so
Well, and speaking of training, we do have a Women on Target coming up on September 11th. You have, and it is sold out. It's sold out in 2 days, but we'll announce the November class. And if you did sign up for September and you couldn't get in, just, you know who I am. Send me your contact information. We'll put you on the wait list, or reach out to Danielle. We'll put you on the wait list for November. Also, we're going past a year now.
yeah,
Firearms Freedom Celebration, it's been going more than a year, once a month, is tomorrow at
no,
Riverside Magnum Range.
no, not
I'm
tomorrow.
sorry, Sunday. It's always Sunday. I'm on vacation, so every day is
That's
Saturday to me.
that's okay. I was lost today on the day too, so don't feel bad.
Sunday, I'm ahead of day. So Sunday, Riverside Magnum Range in Riverside, 11 a.m. You
But
do
yeah,
not need to have a firearm, but we are not there teaching a class. So you can hang out, but you know, we're not there to instruct you. We'll help you and assist you, but it's more of a social. Come and meet like-minded people, get tips on shooting. If you do need help, we can help you out, but it isn't a formal class of any kind. And it's open to both genders, teenagers if they have a guardian with them.
Yes.
And all ages over that.
And usually there's multiple instructors there. So if you have any issues, if you have a firearm and you need to get a little instruction, we will help instruct you. But remember, we're there to hang out and socialize, maybe answer questions if you have questions that need answering, and just get to know each other, kind of like a fellowshipping, So
yeah, there's
and then
almost always a gunsmith there too, isn't there? For at least a while.
well, just like Peter, the owner.
Oh, the owner. Well, sometimes
Yeah,
the other guy is sitting there, but
yeah, Dave Street, I think he does
can't guarantee it.
Saturdays now.
Can't
So
guarantee it.
yeah, I think he does Saturdays now, and not Sundays so much.
And then you always bring enough food to feed a small army.
Oh yeah, pizza, man. We have lots of pizza, really good pizza. Sometimes other people bring in little snacks too, like cookies and cakes and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the one
It is not keto friendly. It is not keto friendly at all. So if you're watching your sugar, just eat the pizza toppings.
And not diet either. We're not diet friendly.
Everything there is carbolicious and sugarlicious. So
yeah. So I mean, if you're on a diet, remember Sunday's your off day. Go for it.
Exactly. What happens at the range stays at the range. We won't tell anybody that you ate pizza.
Yeah, it's like Vegas, but it's range day.
Exactly. So we were gonna break into. You mentioned NRA instructors. You're an instructor. You're a DOJ instructor. I'm a DOJ instructor, NRA instructor, and then at your firearm celebration, there's usually several instructors there. So we're all there. It's a fairly safe environment, or at least you can be taught to be safe. If you go in and do something unsafe, that's on you. But you have the opportunity, and you can't claim ignorance because you have so many instructors there. And we just wanted to briefly mention, everybody's probably heard that 3 NRA board of director members have resigned in the last 2 weeks. Ted Nugent, who I understand the draw, people voted for him. I could find him completely obnoxious, but I don't dislike the man. He has a certain niche market. Was it Susan Howard? She was on Dallas, the drama, for a while, several years. She was actually in charge of the nominating committee for the longest time, very, very, very pro Wayne. So Susan Howard has actually been very outspoken when anyone has come up to attack Wayne at all of the annual meetings, at board meetings, etc. She has actually been the one to put her neck out there and talk about St. Wayne. That's how she refers to him. He's saintly, he does no wrong. Being in charge of the nominating committee, she's in charge of getting the other board members that would nominate Wayne or somebody to replace Wayne. So I'm not sure what's going to happen now going into the NRA annual meetings in Houston the weekend of September 3rd, because they're still going to be voting on Wayne and that floor vote. Now I'm sure the NRA members councils will be directed by Ed Worley to have people show up and electioneer for the pro Wayne sign. And the board members, at least they did in Arizona last year, they did also show up en masse with their spouses and family members to vote for the pro Wayne member as well. So that was an easy victory for that candidate. I'm not sure what's going to happen this year. I know that there will be members that, since the bankruptcy attempt and since the New York Attorney General lawsuit, there are several board members that are going to try to oust Wayne LaPierre at this meeting. Now, my thoughts on it. Well, and I've always said, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There are several people in points of leadership within the NRA that probably need to go, and definitely need to go.
Yeah.
But you don't get rid of this beautiful organization and this powerhouse that 5 million people have put their livelihoods and money and faith into just because of a handful of buttheads. And I've said that since the beginning. They should just get rid of the cancers and move on with life. But I think that the eye is drawn towards fighting the lawsuit right now, and the leadership has taken it in a weird, funky direction. But I think if you can get to Houston, it's a long ways away as far as geography. If you can drive or fly there, it's worth seeing how your NRA works and how these annual meetings work. But if you go there, go vote, see how it operates, meet your board members, see Wayne LaPierre, see all these other folks, and actually get involved with something that you're passionate about, your Second Amendment.
So I know I will be there at the NRA meeting with my husband. So yay, sort of like a mini vacay. But I'm hoping that you'll be able to make it, Desiree. We'll see what happens.
I'm hoping, but I was joking with Danielle. I've gone every other year, except for this year. I did buy tickets to Pat Benatar for Saturday night. So hopefully, maybe I can just fly in and out and fly back, to catch the concert. But we'll see. I mean, it is important to me to go. This year, it's going to be probably very heated, the meetings.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting. I'm very curious to see how this meeting is going to go. I think the last 2 times, because I didn't go the last 2 times, but I went in 18 and I heard that one was very interesting too. And the last 2 times have been kind of about the same, but I think this one's going to be
pretty insane. It was pretty insane. I was there, and that was considered a big turning point for the rally against the leadership, and it was pretty crazy. It got pretty nasty.
Yeah. I can only guess what this is going to be.
It's going to be probably twice as bad as that, I'm guessing, because that was the year 2019 was the year Ollie North resigned. And so Charles Cotton stepped up in his place during the meeting at the last minute, and he's a lawyer. So that was interesting, having him basically beat down the membership. I wasn't a fan of how he handled the meeting. Beat down the membership that wanted to speak at the meeting. So this should be interesting going into 2021 after a year of COVID and a very limited amount of seats at last year's meeting. I think there were 200 in Arizona. This should be a regular convention with all of the vendors, maybe not all of the vendors, but the vendors that usually go. Allegedly acres of, I don't think there's a concert this year though.
I think that they said there was, but I can't remember who it was. Someone I'm not really interested in.
Well, they had Charlie Daniels for so
many years. That was amazing. And now that was an amazing concert.
No more Charlie Daniels, so I don't know what they're gonna get this year. They've had Miranda Lambert in the past and a bunch of different country singers, but yeah, I'm not sure. But if you can go, it is worth going to just be participatory in the election process.
As for the vendors, though, I did notice when I went through the list, there's a lot of vendors that I seen in 18 that are not there for this one. But then I found out that some of these people may be showing up. I don't know, in their videos and stuff that I've seen, or the YouTube videos, some of them said that they will be there, but they're not on the list. So I don't know. I hope to see them.
And I couldn't find tickets for the leadership forum. I think the leadership forum's open, but I didn't see tickets for it yet as of a couple weeks ago.
No.
I know Trump, not last year, they didn't have one, but the several years before that, Trump was a guest speaker.
Yeah, he was. And then also, let me see, I have
sometimes you can go get free stuff from these vendors. That's fun. You see the newest technology. Jerry Mikulic's there. Chuck Norris was there with Block a couple of years ago. You see Antonio Okafor. All of the normal faces of the NRA and gun groups are there.
Right.
So if you can get out there, they do have I think Women's Leadership Forum there.
And you know what?
Which is mostly an auction, way above my price.
And you know, there's another event that's happening out there, but not at the convention itself. It's called the Gun Collective, and it's presented by Brownells and hosted by Collectors Fire, it says. There's gonna be like several panelists that'll be at that one. I guess you can go through Eventbrite and sign up for it. It's gonna be at another location, but there's like there's a guy named Johnny B that does a YouTube channel, okay, and talks about firearms and stuff like that and political stuff. He's pretty cool. I like him. And then also John Lovell, Warrior Poet Society will be there. Jared Yanis from Guns and Gadgets. Let's see, Mr. Guns and Gears. Let's see, who else do we recognize? Pew Pew Tactical, Jackie Billings, Grantham, and Brandon Herrera from AK Daddy. You know, there's quite a few that are going to be there in the list, but those are a few that I know that I'd like to meet and talk with, but here and there I'll comment on their videos and they'll comment back here and there. But I really like Johnny B. He's pretty cool. Jared Yanis, Guns and Gadget. I share a lot of his stuff. I like Reno May and what's the guy? The attorney. Can't think of him right now. But he's, you know, those guys I already met like at the Route 66 event, and they were really cool people. And I share a lot of their videos on Facebook too, you know. But that might be something to go check out too. And while you're in Houston, if you get a little bit of time away from the meetings, and not want to have to go to certain things, you can go to that. And that one is on actually on the Saturday, the 4th, from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. So yeah.
So you can go to your meeting and vote and then still head over to the Gun Collective.
Yeah, and you know, it's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool thing. Brownhouse is putting it on, so I'm like, why not?
And Pete Brownell used to be, you know, one of the top dogs in NRA. I really, really dig Pete Brownell. He's always been a genuine, honest, hardworking person of character. So please patronize Brownells. They're good people. And this is just another good thing that they're putting on. So.
And Brownells is one of the businesses on the list that will ship to California.
Very cool, Brownells. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, so that's basically our local update. I mean, if you're a Californian, the recall's coming up. We can't stress enough to vote yes on recalling Gavin Newsom. Please. Do not worry about the candidate first. The candidate will never happen. You will not get to pick a candidate if you do not vote yes on the recall. That is the first thing on the ballot. If you get your ballot, it is the first thing. Vote yes to recall Gavin Newsom. Then on the second page are your options of who you would want to replace him. If you're not decided, check with your local conservative groups, your local Second Amendment groups. We have to be united on that front. If you pick some random Yahoo that just crawled out of the wormhole because they heard that there was a position open and the person has done nothing in their life, there's no recognition, nobody knows who they are, please don't waste your vote. Even if you think they are a way better candidate than Larry Elder, who is like basically the only one in the running that people know. If you think that this Yahoo is better than Larry Elder, I get your point. I understand we all have different opinions, but do not waste your vote voting for someone who cannot win. Anybody more conservative than Gavin Newsom is a win. So please vote out the door.
Okay, sorry guys, that was my cell phone. I had to answer and it interrupted Desiree. So
no, it's totally cool. No, I mean, I think we all know the whole point was to get out and vote yes on the recall. I mean, I'm on my way to meet with the sheriff right now. Otherwise, I would stay and chat too. But vote yes on the recall and then pick the most viable candidate. Don't waste your vote.
Exactly. Go after the most popular vote. That's what you need. But first,
that's my front door.
First and foremost, vote yes On the
On
recall.
the recall. Yes.
Let's get King Newsom out of office.
Exactly. Get rid of gruesome Newsom.
Yep. Okay,
Okay.
well,
Until next time.
until next time, y'all. If you have any questions on anything that we discussed, please comment and we'll answer as soon as possible. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll put in the bottom there our email address if you want to send us an email. You're welcome to our Facebook page. You're welcome to just comment on that and join our Facebook page also.
Exactly.
So, okay, Desiree, you have a great day and great meeting
You
with
too.
our wonderful sheriff.
He is awesome.
Yes, he is.
All
And
right. See you guys. Love you.
Right. See ya. Love ya.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye-bye.